Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, you're going to see me attempt to cut my own hair. So what you're going to need for this, if you're going to follow along, is a brush, of course. We're going to need 4 hair ties, and I always have one on my wrist, so that's handy. You're going to need a comb, of course, and you're going to need scissors. Hair cutting scissors are highly recommended, but I only have dog grooming scissors, so we're gonna have to make that work. So the first thing you're gonna do is part your hair either down the middle or down the side, however you normally wear it. I'm gonna do it just slightly off center is usually how I wear that. Make sure that you're combing your hair nice and straight so there's no weird pieces. And then you're gonna part on either side right behind your ear. And as you can see, I'm not the best at parting. I'm not a hairdresser. I have never claimed to be a hairdresser, so you're gonna see me struggle just a little bit, but we're gonna hopefully pull through it. So once you have that section combed out, you're gonna secure it with an elastic. And it doesn't have to be perfect. We're gonna clean it up, and you're gonna make 4 sections just like this. Okay, for the next part, you're gonna take out the first section and you're gonna comb it out really good. Make sure that there's no tangles or anything in there. And then you're going to re-secure it with that elastic, but making sure that it is laying just how it does, growing out of your scalp. So you're not going to try to pull it up or pull it forward or pull it back, because that's going to redirect the hair in some weird places. You just want to have it falling straight down to the floor. Okay, and after you do that first one, you're going to do the same thing with all 4 of those sections. Now with the back, you do want to make sure that the back sections are going down your back. So if you can't do that by yourself, try to find like a friend or one of your kids or somebody to do it for you so that you can make sure that it's laying flat. So obviously this is not like the normal content that I post on my YouTube channel. I was planning on doing a different video, but we have had like 3 days straight of just torrential downpour, rain, and lots of high wind, so my backyard is flooded right now, and there's sticks and like trash from the crackhead neighbor down the street in my backyard, so we're gonna clean it up. Anyway, so once you get all those sections done, you're just gonna make sure that those elastics are right where you want to cut it. You can use a comb to measure, just make sure you're holding it straight and not crooked like me. And then the next part is just to start cutting. Woo, here we go. Alright, so you're just going to cut basically all the way up to that elastic. Whatever you decide to cut off, just make sure that it's even with all of those. At this point, since we have the tension from the elastic, you can move that section of hair around. You're not going to redirect it in any weird way. Just make sure that this tension is still there. And I did cut a lot of this out because, like I said, I'm using dog grooming scissors and they're from Amazon. No hate on Amazon, but they really don't cut hair very good, and it took me like a million years. Especially on those back pieces because they are pretty thick. Yeah, I'm struggling. It took me like so long to get those. Seriously guys, like get some hair cutting scissors if you're gonna cut your own hair. Okay, so we're working on the last section here, and once you have all of those done, you can go ahead and take them out. And if you have any weird ledges or anything, go ahead and point cut. That's what I've been doing. I don't think I said this at the beginning of the video, but you're gonna be cutting vertically, not horizontally. That's gonna make it more of a feathered look rather than a blunt cut. Please don't try to do a blunt cut on yourself at home. Trust me, it is not going to look good. As you can see, it's pretty even, which hopefully if you're following along at home, yours came out good too. So you can see I'm re-wetting my hair because we're going to do the last thing, which is we're going to put some layers in. If you don't want to put layers in your hair, you don't have to do this step. You can just clean up what you already did and just blow dry it, call it a day. But for this one, I'm going to be doing some layers. So as you can see, I'm doing what looks like is going to be the same sections as before, but I'm actually going to slice that in half and just take that top bit just like that. So the hair that's hanging down, that is going to be your length. So you don't have to worry about cutting into your length because we have a little bit of insurance there that you are not going to end up with way shorter hair because of this. So then you're going to comb this straight up, just like you're doing a high ponytail. And then while your hair is pulled up, you're going to secure it with that elastic again. Make sure that you're still holding your hair up. Don't let it down until you have it in the elastic. Ooh. Okay, yeah, and see how I'm holding it straight up? You're going to tie it nice and tight so it doesn't come undone. We don't want loose elastics. And then you can just let it down, and it should look kind of goofy, just like that. So that is going to give us our layers, because it's going to redirect the hair. Now you're going to go through and do all 4 sections like you did before, making sure that you're only taking the top half. And it should look something like this. Kind of crazy, but we're going to get there. Okay, and we're doing more cutting. Here we go. So what I ended up doing here is I'm taking off about an inch from each of those sections. Again, you want to make sure that you're doing the point cutting, which is a vertical or diagonal kind of cutting. You don't want to just cut straight across because that's going to look crazy. So see, that's called point cutting. We're going to make it kind of a feathered out look, so it's not going to be blunt. And then you're going to repeat that on all 4 of those sections, just cutting off. What I did was about an inch. I don't know that I would recommend doing more than an inch, but you can go for it if that's what you want, like super layers. But just make sure that you take off the same amount on each section. Okay, and then once you get that done, you can go ahead and take out all of those elastics for the moment of truth. Hopefully it turned out good. Okay, and at this point, if you're seeing anything crazy, again, like I said, do that point cutting. Don't try to cut horizontal on anything. Like if you have a long strand or a section that's going down lower, do that point cutting to thin it out. Okay, it looks pretty even to me. So I'm going to go ahead and blow dry my hair. Ooh, look at all that hair. Dang. Oh my goodness. Okay, moment of truth. Let's see what it looks like. Woo! Okay, so this turned out really good. If you like this video, go ahead and leave a like and make sure that you subscribe to my channel.